the parabolic or the poetic passages in the Bible don't give you a detailed, understandable account in a logical, rational way. They draw you into some of the deeper questions. And for me, Genesis 1 actually is more of a hymn of creation, a song which wants to draw us in and lift us up into worship of this tremendous creator God who created the whole universe. Now, when we come to hymns, songs, poetry, of course, there's always an openness of interpretation in this. The third thing to say is that, having talked about the controversy and having talked about the openness of interpretation, the Christian Church has 2,000 years of dealing with this particular passage of the Bible. And for 1900 years or so, Christians have agreed pretty much that it's a hymn of creation. It's not meant to be read as a scientific textbook. It's only in the last 100 years or so that this great controversy over whether you should extract a date of 6,000 years or so from the Genesis text has been around. And that's because of certain cultural movements, particularly within the US, where biblical authority has been important. And so there are resources to help you interpret different passages of the Bible. The final thing to say is, if I was God, and I hesitate to say that, but let's just speculate wildly for a moment, how would I construct an account that would speak to a Palestinian shepherd right through to a theoretical astrophysicist at Durham University? Now, if it was dotted and dashed in the science of today and talked about quantum fluctuations through a black hole in an expanding universe over 13.7 billion years and collapsing clouds of molecular hydrogen leading to star formation, my Palestinian shepherd friend of 2,000 years ago would have not the slightest idea what was going on. The scientific picture changes, of course, as we go on. But if I construct an account which is poetic, which draws me into the deeper questions, then I have an account which speaks to different generations with different backgrounds. And the nature of the biblical text for me of Genesis 1 is a bit like that. It's that account which has spoken to men and women over centuries. So not only is it read by Jesus, it's also read by the Apollo astronauts as they circle the moon. And it speaks to all of these different generations because of the beauty of the literature that it is.